Welcome back to the stream, guys. I am John, the artist, and we are going to be picking up where I left off at with Fern from Frieren. Give me a second, guys, while I get some of my references and stuff together. So, I remember having it, but I think, yeah, here we go. All right. Guess I never put this where I wanted to put it. How's everyone feeling? You're gonna give it a second to have people come in the chat and you know. I figured while we wait for people to join in, I can go through some other maybe some other artworks, stuff that you guys probably have never seen before. Let's see. So I got a lot of stuff that is like unfinished stuff, right? But then I got stuff that I've done for people. Here's a throwback for you guys. You guys probably never seen. Yeah, I probably never seen this one before, but this was me my take on Jared Leto's Joker. So yeah, again, it's kind of a throwback, kind of a blast from the past, so to speak. Pretty proud about this one. Pretty proud about that one. We let's see what else we got here. A lot of the stuff I have here are stuff that you probably like I said, I got a lot of unfinished stuff too. I'm kind of going through here's another one that I need to finish actually. It's a My Hero Academia picture, if you can believe that. It's meant to be in the style of like a school poster, right? So yeah. I never figured out what I was going to actually quote unquote do with the you know, I guess the like I think I color it and all that stuff, so I'm pretty sure this is the folder with the letters in the end. Okay, cool. So I took the font from somewhere. I do remember getting it from like a some website that they do fonts and stuff at. So I was like, oh yeah, no, this is pretty dope. You know, I'm gonna go take this and then do like a school poster. Like I imagine this being hung up in the halls of the school or something like that, right? So because that is the mantra for the school to go beyond, right? So that's a nice little throwback, blast in the past. Gotta remember to save that because I did some modifications in it, so I gotta save it. And for those people who are like, oh yeah, he doesn't, draw a lot of female characters, or he doesn't, do it often enough to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna subscribe for the females and for the sexy females. Here's one that I never finished of PS5 Chan. My take on the PS5 thing when it first came out. Again, never got around to finishing it, but let me know if you guys want to see me finish it. So let me come back over here and save this again. Yeah, I got a lot. I got a couple other ones too. I would actually have to go back, and if I were to finish this properly, I'd have to go back and fix the hands, because the hands were too small compared to the rest of the body is. So yeah. What else we got? We got some other ones too. This one, Raftalia from Rising of the Shield Hero. I almost forgot that one for a second. And this was like a personal project. I wasn't even doing this for videos or something like that. But here you guys go, a little sneak peek behind the scenes. This was like one of those left on the cutting room floor type of pictures. Because I was testing stuff and I was trying to figure out how can I achieve that look, that anime look, right? So this is like a personal study of sorts. Actually, what else is in this front picture? Oh, can't have that. This was back. Wow, this is a long time ago now. This is back when I was working on my comics. Huh. Cool. What was in here? I might have to really look at this, see if I, Anyway, yeah, like I said, this is. I might go back and finish this. As you guys can see, it's still a little messy. It's very not polished and not finished yet. I was working on a tattoo that she has, the marking here. Let's see. There's another throwback for you guys. You guys have probably never seen before. I got some stuff from my YouTube channel in here, some logos. Some pictures I've done for friends of mine. Here's a good one you guys might like. This one was a good one too, though. Flashback. I was looking at a Mikey Mega picture or a tutorial about how to do heads and stuff like that. So that's where this came from. I think this was the sketch, right? This was the folder of, I think, the head sculpts and stuff. So, so I took that to kind of work with. And then, what's in here? I got a bunch of stuff in here. What in the world? Okay, so I guess this was nothing. Yes. That was. Why do I have all these things buried in here? Holy shit! Yeah, like stuff buried and layers upon layers of stuff. Okay, hold on. This was a sketch I was working. So that was another. That was me working on the body from like sketch from like the structural underneath all of the skeletals and stuff like that. Trying to build it up from the ground up. That's what that was. So there you go. And then I think from this here, I did that on top of it. So yeah, I think I realized like the head was too big and things like that. Which the head is still kind of big. So if I ever went back to finish this, I would have to resize things and whatnot. So save. All right, anyway, what time is it? About 17 minutes after. It's gonna be a lot to cut, but not too much. We are now gonna dive back into this. And okay. I got a new playlist going right now, so let me know how you guys feel about it. Yeah, I might have to save the bangs and stuff for like the fringes and stuff on the bangs. I might have to save that for a whole separate like layer because of how intricate that is, and I don't want it to like I don't want to fuck it up and fuck up the hair. I mean the head and stuff. So I might just take it a different route with that. Let's see. Working on the staff right now, so which I know there's some people who are probably mad I didn't get to include the one that Frieren had in her picture, but kind of boiled down to the source that I got it from. So maybe in the future when if I revisit Frieren character design as well, I'll grab like another picture of her with the staff and stuff. There are like promotional stuff with her and the staff, so I might go ahead and, like I said, I might revisit it. Kind of depends on how good the videos tend to do and stuff. You kind of have to build a certain what do you call it, repertoire before you can start going back and then being like, okay, yeah, let's revisit stuff, So. Okay. That was a little more of a nuisance than I thought. Little ring that she has on the end of her staff. All right. I guess I gotta make this longer. I'm trying to use references from the picture to help me with the scaling of this as well. You can kind of tend to use things that are around it, objects, to kind of figure out the sizing and stuff. So kind of trying to do that here with the end of the staff. Make sure I got the scaling right. Because there's certain details I want to have to add. They need to fall in the right place, and I can only do that if I achieve the right scaling. It's kind of how we're able to keep things quote unquote on model. Also, this is my first time listening to this mix of music, so all right. I hate doing that. Okay. Yeah. So the thing about these wraps is that they're kind of like, I guess she made put them on herself or something like that. I don't know, but you guys will see it when I add a color. Like these areas I'm working on is gonna be like purpled. So separate from the wood area. So yeah. Well, that kind of sums it up for the top part of her staff, or at least this section of it. So let's move on. For those wondering, I am using a Huion Canvas Pro um 13. It's not one of the newer ones. It's actually one of the older ones from like 2019 or something like that. I've had it for the last 5 years, so and it's been serving me pretty well. Like I've done a lot of work with it, and it's still kicking. I almost thought about upgrading it, but I was like, why upgrade it when it still works? Shout out to Humion. You know, it's not sponsored or nothing. Just you know, when you're faced with the option of either going into with Wacom and how expensive their stuff is, and the competitor who was promising a similar experience for half the price or a fraction of the price, you'd be stupid not to go with it. So, and when I bought this thing, I bought it on sale, so I even got it cheaper than what they were actually selling it for. So I think at the time I bought it, this was $200 and something or whatever, and it was like on sale for that much. So like I think I got it for like $240 or $230 or something like that. Yeah, it's a pretty good investment. Mm-hmm. Okay. Right, I remember this now. I had to deal with the detailing on her shirt that I messed with. She has like this blouse with like buttons and stuff that kind of has a bunch of wrinkles. I have to account for. That's gonna be interesting, to say the least. And now that I'm looking at this again, the face is still off. Checking the work, seeing how, if I got it on model or not. I still think the head is tilting slightly off than where it's supposed to be. Like her head should be more tilted this way. Something like that or something. Maybe something like that a little bit. Okay. I guess I can make the eye a little bit slightly bigger. Kind of create that size like that. her head is turned slightly, so that helps a little bit. Jerk, jerk. You a jerk, 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 jerk. Okay. We getting somewhere, guys. We getting somewhere. Hey, welcome into the chat. Welcome into the chat. Currently going through and checking out this picture of Fern. And yeah, no, I just been going through and fixing some of the line work, some of the I just kind of went through and fixed a little bit of her line work with her face. It's a little off, so but yeah, no, I've been going for about what, a half an hour now, so yeah. Line work tends to be a little tedious when it comes to these pictures, so hey Still, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah. Line work tends to be the more tedious and for some people most uneventful part. But no, it's coming together, man. Like I said, you kind of missed a little bit of the beginning where I was going through some of my old. I'm bad. Just got back from work. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Oh, you say it's kind of late. You say it's a little late today. I see. Judging the time, but yeah, no, I'm doing all right, man. Thanks for asking. Let's see. I'm just trying to take things a day at a time here. But we got, like I said, we got a new playlist I've been playing from, so let me know if you're enjoying that or not. I just couldn't get a ride so far. Got you. Yeah. I actually had gotten off of work today early so I can take care of the business I was taking care of. and so I've been back home since like a quarter to 3 or something like that. So um again, I've been chilling. I actually took a little bit of a night, giving R&B vibes. Yeah, the playlist is a it's supposed to be like a hip hop um thing, like a chill hop or hip hop rap instrumental thing. Um yeah, it's supposed to be like hip hop and rap type background beat. So yeah. I didn't think it was just like that one specifically because like I think a couple of tracks ago, a couple of songs ago had like a West Coast feel. So like this one right here doesn't sound nothing like the track before it. Yeah, I think it just kind of I guess it just came down to what timing, the timing of when you came into the chat. But we east side though. Hey, listen, I know that, and I know that we just I have no control over the songs being played right now. So yeah, but you're right though. We are east side over here. Yeah. I guess the scale. I guess I got the scaling of this wrong. Probably the reason why it looks weird. Okay. So if you were to go back, still back to near the beginning of the video. I took a little bit of time out before I started the artwork to go over some of the unsung, I guess some of the unsung heroes of my I guess backlog of pictures I got on my computer. So, and I say unsung heroes kind of loosely because because like I have artworks that I haven't fully finished yet or stuff like that. So got stuff that will probably never see the light of day. But I figured it'd be I figured it was kind of cool to show off some stuff that I've done. So this being one of them, right here. I did this one back when I'm gonna have to watch the VOD there. Yeah, here's one from back when the PS5 first came out, and we got that announcement back in like 2019, 2000. What was it, like 2019, 2020? We got that about the PS5. So this was my version of the PS5 chain. So yeah. I just happen to have this still open over here, so I was like, yeah, I might as well just flash back to it real quick. But yeah, for those people who say that I can't draw some spicy women, there you go. All right, anyway, back to Fern. I also have a picture of Raftalia that I drew from back in like a year ago or something like that, a year and a half ago. Are you going to get? Are you going to get back to the One Piece set and finish the rest of the crew after Fern? Oh, that's a good question, actually. So for a minute, I thought I was gonna be like ping ponging around, back and forth around to it. So I'll probably get to One Piece. I kind of want to. Yeah. Hey, Giovanna, what's up, man? How you doing? No, but to answer your question, still, I do plan on getting back to it, but it probably won't be the one right after Fern. But I do plan on finishing. It's a boy. What's up, man? Nice to see, glad to see you come pop in and say hi, man. I appreciate you. Profligate. Right. Yeah, I don't even think I know what the word. Anyway. Yeah, no, I probably going to get back to One Piece, but I'm going to probably slow burn it. Oh. Do I have a secret project after Fern? It's not even that it's a secret. I just don't know what I'm doing next. Yeah. I still have a video I have to edit. Anyway. So I don't know if you guys remembered, but I did do a whole D&D OC character. And again, that video still has to get, I still gotta finish making that video and putting it out for the community. Hey, listen, don't feel bad. I had to take a second to think about it, but I didn't go as far as Googling it. I kind of was like, you know, I'll get back to that later. So I know you guys are gonna see me probably go off the sketch here, because I realize that a lot of things is gonna have to get repositioned anyway because of the way I drew them. So yeah, but that's the wonderful thing about drawing digitally, is that, you know, you can alter and stuff. So everything's never really 1-to-1 unless you have that eye for detail. I've seen people do these things in like one shots, and I'm just like, kudos to you, man. I mean, you know what I mean? Hey, but I'm glad I got both of you guys here in the chat though. So in regards to the new job I was going to try to get, or that I'm getting, yeah, the date of the hours may not be ideal for right now, but that also kind of plays into the days of the week that I work too. So, you know, there might be some times where it might kind of bleed over into like doing D&D and stuff. So we'll see what happens with that. Might mean we might end up having to move that day again from like Saturday to like another day or something. we'll see what happens. I can't make any promises. I told them what my availability were, but you know, I also kind of left it open ended as well to say like, hey, you know, I might be able to. So it's gonna come down to like schedulings and things of that nature. So but also they're doing I think the orientation is actually tomorrow as well. So I'm going to see if I can make it to the orientation. They said if I can't, don't worry about it. They'll just, you know, reschedule it for like next week or something. But I'm trying to get that ball rolling as soon as I possibly can. So I'm gonna try to make it tomorrow. So right. And I appreciate you, you know, I appreciate that. But I remember that was a problem I had back when I did it first time. I had that same issue where I was like, yeah, I told him like maybe I could do it, and then he just fucking just was like, all right, well, we'll take that maybe as a yes, right? So guess who got stuck doing weekends or Saturdays? So yeah. I think they ended up giving it to me anyway. Even when I told them I couldn't do it, they still gave it to me. I think so. Like the first time around when I did it. So some jobs will be like that. They'll just be like, "Hey, just because you said that you can't doesn't mean that you really can't, right? Well, we're gonna test that. We're gonna test that and be like, because the thing about it, I think I had somebody tell me before. It was like, if you let them do it once, then they'll just assume that you can do it all the time, right? So it's like, which is a weird take to have as like someone who works in that type of a business. It's like, oh yeah, I asked somebody to, you know, do this thing one time because we needed the help, right? Whatever the case to be. Now it's like, now they assume that it's like, now you can do it all the time because you did that one time. It's like, that's not how favors work. It's not how favors work. I was doing you a favor by staying long, or I was doing you a favor by helping you. Doesn't mean I'm always going to be able to do it. You know what I mean? So, like for example, you stay late like one time. Now they expect you to stay late all the time. It's like no, like it's not how that works. I had the time today to stay late. That's not every day. You're right. That do be some bullshit. I can't tell you how many times that's happened. If it's not to me, it's people who I know, right? So I've heard stories. I've heard stories from Amazon. You know, someone comes in and works on a day off, and I expect them to always have that day free to work. Like the fuck, like no. Just because I came in to work on a Wednesday and it was my off day, and I decided to come in, doesn't mean I'll be free every fucking Wednesday. Don't schedule me for Wednesday. What the fuck you? Anyway. So we'll see what happens. I wouldn't mind having an alternating like weekend situation where it's like I do it sometimes, but not all the time. Cause like, bro, like I do got shit to do outside of work. Like I ain't gonna be. It's either that or I'm gonna have to change the time that I put down. No, you said Amazon don't do that? Okay. I get it does I will say it does sound like something they would do. I might be wrong about them doing it, but I wouldn't put it past them. To be like, oh yeah, they will see you do like two people's jobs at once and be like, yeah, just do that all the time. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Like, they assume that's kind of what the point was. I was like, they see you do it once and they automatically assume you can do it from that point onwards. Like, no, we were short, right? I'm doing this so I can leave early. Sometimes you ever had that job where you were doing it because you knew that if you got done fast, it meant you could go. So now you're busting your hump to get it done. You're like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. Cause as soon as the job is done, you can leave, right? There's a goal at the end of that. But then that one day turns into like every day, and then you're like, wait, hold on. I thought it was supposed to be for the one day. And then here's the kicker. The kicker is they'll have you do work that same fastness, and you don't get off early, or you don't have an incentive. That one day of you humping your butt, of busting your ass, becomes like the everyday norm, and you're like, wait, but hold on, that's not what I signed up for. That's not what I signed up for. I signed up to do it that one time because I understood the assignment. I understood that, hey, we all get to leave early. I've never had to worry about that. Okay. And that's fair. Like I said, I could be speaking from like a personal experience from other jobs I've had. But yeah, just waste all your time working, right? Right, exactly. That's just to live. Yeah, exactly. It's like they expect you to like not have a life outside of work. Yeah, let's spend half of your life working. Like the entire half. Okay. I see what you're saying. They will set out MET for a really busy week coming up at certain holidays, but they don't just randomly throw work days there. I got you. And again, I know Amazon is a special case, but there's other jobs that are be like not warehouse working, but like let's say you're doing like department stores or working in like a supermarket or something like that. There's people who have been caught out there like that, where they're just like, your manager come up and ask them, hey, can you work this day or something, right? And you'll be like, oh, I'm not super busy. I can cover, right? But then they expect you to do it all the time. Cause then come to find out, like the person who was scheduled for that day, like maybe they secretly quit or something like that. And now they have that hole in the fucking schedule that they need to fill. And instead of telling you, they're just like, just get you to do the job. And, do the job until we find somebody to fill it. And that could be months. It's still soul shaving work. But some workplaces will just throw extra days at you and be like, you better show up. You know? Wasn't it like a whole skit done on like TikTok or something about that? I feel like I'm remembering or misremembering or something like that. Where it was like yeah, I think someone did like a whole skit. I think Giovanna, you can verify if I'm misremembering there or not. But I feel like it was like a skit someone done on that same phenomenon. Yep. If you can't afford to hire more people to do the extra work, then they can't afford to fire you. Exactly. Which is what they'll do. Like they'll be like, hey, you know, we can't, we're short, but we can't afford to, you know, yeah, if they press you, press them back. Okay, huh? If you can't, okay, but yeah, but at will employment, you know, yeah. If they press you, press them back. It's essentially a threat with extra steps. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you press them back, but then you end up some jobs they'll, even if they don't fire you, you get a bad reputation for it. Like yeah, they won't harass you about working no more, but then you gotta worry about like people throwing dirt on your name and talking about you behind your back, or maybe giving you unfair treatment because you deny them, right? Because like there's some managers who they'll go out their way to make your like shit a whole like living hell kind of situation. Which again, I mean, you know, that's when you would probably go to like a higher up management, higher than them, to like report them or something like that. But like that's unnecessary. You shouldn't have to go through that. I shouldn't be fearful for my job. He's like, it's cool, I still get my check. Yeah. Workplace politics, right? You know. It's not even like, and again, it's not even like I'm saying like I'm afraid of getting fired. It's the fact that, let's say that was the only job that you could get. That Cloud Strife added to, when can I get paid? Yo, didn't that happen in one of the Final Fantasy games when I think it was, I swear, I hope I'm not remembering this right. But wasn't it that mission where you have to dress up and do that mission? Is it that mission that he says that, or is that a whole different, or am I thinking about that wrong? Say what you want about my name, still don't care about the hate when I got food on my plate. No, that's okay. So still, you would be the mature person in that situation if that happened to you. You're the mature person looking at that. Most people would just deal with it. It's the other people that could fuck it up for you. That's all I'm saying. Like right now, like the job I work at right now, you know, gossip goes around that job so fucking fast. You almost can't even keep a secret in that motherfucker. You know what I mean? So, like, what I'm saying is that, you know, it's stuff that you may not even really contribute to it. You might even be contributing to it, but if what you're referring to is the first 3 hours of Final Fantasy VII. Again, okay, yeah, okay. So, and I don't want to make it so, yeah. So but yeah, no, like my job, like you could ignore it to a certain extent. But like, for example, like there's days when I don't make it to work, right? and for one reason or another, right? Whether I'm sick or I'm not feeling good or I'm whatever, but playing hooky, wherever the fuck, right? People, I'll go into work the next day, and people will talk shit, or they'll joke about it, just kind of try to see if they get a rise out of you, like including the managers, or the supervisor or whoever. They'll be like, hey, we work on Monday, or hey, we work on Tuesday, or if you come in late, they're like, hey, we start work at 7 o'clock. It's like, it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. So that type of like kiddie shit is like, but unfortunately we had to deal with that shit. I always thought it was kind of funny because I'm like, yo, we're supposed to be all grown men, but we all acting like fucking like this is like high school and shit. So and don't get me wrong, I mean, sometimes the jokes help you get through the day, so it ain't like it's all bad. I'm just saying, like, when you're constantly the butt of a joke all the time, that shit gets fucking annoying. But for some people, you kind of put yourself in that situation sometimes too, and then you kind of have to deal with it. They're bored. The thing is, high school never ended. Yeah, high school never ended. That forever high school syndrome. I've heard about that being a thing too, where people are just like, that was their glory day for them. That was when they peaked, but they hang on to those fucking cliques and biases always. Yeah. Well, here's the thing though. If you had a positive experience, right? I mean, I guess there will be some aspects that I guess I just experienced it differently. People walk with me. Plenty have tried, but don't care. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that experience will come into play there. So I hear what you're saying. Like I've had that happen to me before, so I had to learn it the hard way, so to speak. So that was more of a me thing and not just like, I mean, it's a little, I mean, both parties had probably parts to play, but but it was just as much of my fault for letting it persist. You skipped another part. Oh yeah, no, I read it. Sorry if I didn't say it, but I did read it. Yeah. Well, you're definitely what's the word? You're one of the good. I guess you're one of the guys with a backbone that exists out here. Sometimes backbones have to get built after the 9 months in the old womb. Normally your vertebrae develops while you're developing. But for some people it takes them a little while after that to finally grow one. So it took me a little longer. And I guess for me it was because I actually started to care a lot about what people were saying or doing. So yeah, music stop. So this stop. That was abrupt of a stop. Hmm. Okay, let's get back to it. Had to go ahead and change. That was a drop I wasn't prepared for. Okay. Whew. All right, let's see. Again, this line work is doing a lot right now. I hated that shit when I was a kid, but never could do anything since they would always say, "I'm an adult, you are a child, don't talk back." Yeah, but I'm an adult now, so that shit don't work no more. Yeah, or like you know like how parents would be like, you have to stay in the child's place or something like that. Yeah, yeah, I know that phrasing all too well. I am very much aware of that particular phrase. Or like when you might see people talking and you want to interject and it'll be like, don't you see there's grown people talking or something? Like, and they'll normally say in like a condescending tone to be like, yeah, you shouldn't be speaking at all right now. Shut the fuck up. Oh man, those were the days. Parents, teachers, strangers. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, no. School was the biggest one where you would hear that at. So. Mm. The other popular one was why should I listen to you and you don't have a pot to piss in? That's another cult classic. The pot to piss in line. Oh man. You don't have a pot to piss in. Why should I listen to you? Mm. Like yeah, like go ahead and just totally. Oh, you never heard that one? You don't have a pot to piss in? Yeah, it's a really old fucking really old school fucking phrasing, but really old. You were talking to people who remembered Huffman. Wow, hey, for those who don't know, yes, Adolf Hitler was an artist in his youth. That was a random ass fact when I heard about that. They were that old. Yeah, I know. Yo, actually, that's a random fact that I remember hearing that and being like, what? Could you imagine being like, oh yeah, I did art. I also fucking caused the genocide of like almost an entire race. that's that's the wildest career change. he's like correction, he was rejected from art college. Oh, okay, okay. Wasn't it something he did in his spare time or something like that? People in history speculated that that was part of the reason he went on to do what he did. Oh, okay, okay, yeah. Still a random ass fact. I was just like, when I heard it, I was like, what? That's weird. But again, I was, hobbies and things of that nature. So that's why I figured out like he probably did it as a hobby. So that's what I kind of figured when I heard it the first time. Like, could you imagine like him being like in his like home, like he had some cool laws about animals that, but boy, howdy does that not matter in the grand scheme of it. Yeah, I know. It's weird. You could be almost right or almost good, and then like it's like that chaos. It's like that chaos that what do you call it? It's like having like neutral chaos or like lawful good or some shit. It's something like that. It's like it's a weird kind of scaling for that stuff. There are people who will unequivocally be like, if you go back in time and do it and like stop him from getting to that point, would you do it? And people would be like unequivocally be like, yes. And for good reason, you know. Be honest with you, I think a better solution would have been to like send him on a different path. Just give him just see if the timeline changes. Send him on a different path. And if he still fucks up, okay, then you go back and kill him. Because assuming you have the ability to go back, assuming you have the ability to like go multiple times, so you know. I know it's a wild thing to think about, so forgive me if that's random as fuck to be coming up the top of the head with. Shit. Yo, this part right here is the one thing about like anime that always tends to get me, which is like these loose strands of hair that just have a fucking character of their own, flowing in the fucking wind or some shit. Like it's like they animated this, right? And then freeze frame the animation. That's what it feels like. Cause like ain't no way that the original creator went out of his way to fucking do this. Like, bro, what? Ain't no way he went through all of this. Skill issue? Fuck. And then to do it so neat too. Like, bro, what? I mean, and you know what? And there might be a skill issue. You might be right. But hey, listen. It's still amazing when you pull it off. I'm just looking like, bro, you actually sat there and did that? Bro, there was a picture I did a while like a long time ago. I was just like trying to like understand the process of something, and then getting like halfway through it. I don't know, man. Some mangaka are spectacular. No, you're right, and like they go through that effort, but at the same time, it's kind of like you have to. All right, we're all adults here in the chat, right? We're all adults here. It's the same type of thinking that I'll look at other forms of media that are drawn media. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. Other forms of drawn media that isn't anime, but still drawn, of the adult kind, right? And looking at that and being like, someone had to sit there and draw that. I look at that shit the same exact way how I look at some of the artists who draw these things that you're like in the you look at it, you're like this is a detail that is so fucking like it's here, it exists, but knowing what I know about art. Oh, he said You actually said the word. Okay, cool. Yeah, word of the day. There you go. The H word. You said it. Yeah. I still sing the praises of Daromon Meon from King of Omega, and even showing you some of what. Yo, no. I've seen like when you said that, I knew exactly what you were talking about. When you said the manga gonna be spectacular, like bro, I've seen some of his his portrayal of like the human body, the muscles and shit for like the fighting stuff. Fucking OP, bro. What I'm saying is that it's amazing. It is spectacular, right? But being an artist, me thinking, I mean, I have a friend who just looked at work on his break. Some people can't just look or draw that stuff. It's not bad for. It's not. Oh yeah, and it can draw stuff. It's not bad in art. Yeah, bro. That's the crazier part about it. I think there's some videos on YouTube where people will talk about like being an artist, like being a not safe for work artist, and like how they're able to do it and not bad in the eye, like you said, right? Used to be a lot rougher. Yo, go back to JoJo, right? Like the beginning of his art style was totally rough, and then he refined it over time. I'm not saying that you can't get better over time. I just look at it from the fact that it exists. You went through that effort to do that. My hat's off to you. That's why I'm looking at it like, cause to sit there and do that stroke for stroke, like put lines on paper, right? And keep in mind, some of them not even doing it digitally. They're doing it the old-fashioned way of doing manga, where they're taking like the film that they buy in the store. Bro, if you go and look at like a manga, like a behind the scenes manga creator who uses the old materials, Hiriko Araki, probably a bit from the Fifth of North Star. That's why Phantom Blood looked like that. Okay, cool. But yeah, you go back and you look at how they actually will have film, like plastic, like cellophane film or something like this, like that has the gradients and stuff that we see, and will actually put it on the paper, cut that motherfucker out to be in the shape of the area, peel back and then that's how they got the fucking tones and stuff for the manga. Like, to sit there, bro, this program does it way easier than doing it the traditional way, which is why so many people went to digital. But you have to give it up to the fact that people were willing to sit there and do that shit, right? And that's what I'm saying. It's like, and you know, for the casual person, I'm gonna play some Dark Side type before I go to bed. See you later. All right, still thanks for popping in. But yeah, like I was saying, having that, like, knowing the process, it gives you a little bit of an understanding and a little bit of appreciation for the work, which is why documentaries and behind the scene stuff exists. Keep in mind, you'll be able to detect that kind of thing in old, more cel-shaded anime like you have to. Right. And sometimes they would go on the limb with the animation, depending on the budget, and make some wild looking shit. Think of any animation that had the budget to do some wacky shit, and he did just to fuck around. Someone had to sit there and draw that. and can you imagine like being an art director, right? Being an art director and then being like, I want to do this crazy wacky thing in this scene, and then having like 20 people follow you to that to do it to make that to bring that into fruition. Like, it's crazy when you think about it like that. To be like, yeah, I have this really crazy idea for a scene, and you guys are gonna help me bring it to fruition. Like, what? Okay, cool, bet. How much we getting paid? We still getting paid, right? I mean, as long as we're getting paid, right? But yo, like, I remember I was watching a scene from an anime that was done in like I think the 80s or some shit like that, and looking at how clean that shit was, and I was like, someone had to draw it. That someone had to think of that shit, and someone had to fucking do that shit. Ain't no way that shit was in the original fucking like rendition of that. Somebody was sitting and was like, you know, it'd be really cool if we have twin cat girls fucking dance on stage. And I'm just like, okay, cool, we're gonna do that. Cool, bet. Somebody had to think of the Akira slide and animate that. Somebody was a fucking motorcycle buff in the background and was like, you know, it'd be really cool if you slid in the frame like this. You know what I mean? Like, I feel bad. To be honest with you, I feel bad for the animators like of today. Yeah, the technology has gotten easier to do it, but still, that demand on them is like, oh boy. I've heard some of the stories from Japan about how overworked their people are when it comes to like animations and stuff. That shit is wild, bro. I need to. We're getting there, guys. This is, the line work is almost finished for the most part. Kind of putting some extra lines and details stuff here. All right. Now, like I mentioned before, I'm going to do the fringes in the different layers so I don't fuck up the face. So these are going to be the bangs. Even her bangs have like a shape to them that I want to like nail that down if I can. Really? I did that? Okay. How about we not do something stupid this time? Okay. So I'm thinking about the next picture or artwork being related to maybe Spice and Wolf. Kind of do one of those while I got the series still fresh in my brain. I'm thinking I might do something for that maybe. So I want to do polls and have people kind of comment on the polls and stuff, but anytime I've done a poll in the past, I haven't gotten anybody actually reacting to it or actually voting. So it makes it kind of hard to do them. Come on, are you serious? Do a crossover between Spice and Wolf and Shield Hero. In what respect? In what aspect? Like having the clothing crossover, or you mean having the like? Cause I mean, I guess that's pretty much what a crossover would be at, right? It'd be me taking like the character clothing style and then like swapping them over, right? You know, and I get why you would say that because of how similar the series are, but I mean, and then technically fucking Holo and Raptalia are like damn near the fucking same, even though Raptalia is a raccoon demi-human. She's not an actual she's not an actual wolf. So, but Hollow is a wolf, so that's not what it's not the distinction I was trying to make. Hollow is a wolf spirit or a wolf deity, and Raptalia is a business transaction between Nafumi, Lawrence, Raptalia, and Hollow. That'd be interesting. Okay, not me cooking. That'd be cooking. Now we cooking. Okay. A business transaction between Nafumi and Lawrence. What would that look like? What? That's actually not a bad idea. What could they be transacting? What would be the thing that he'd be peddling? That's not a bad idea. I would have to figure out what the transaction would be about. You know what's funny? If I had the time to do like a mini comic, that's what I would probably do. I would do the entire transaction as a comic, and actually be like, you know, have like maybe like a 2 or 3 page like thing or something like that, and then have them actually have dialogue back and forth with each other. That's what Medicine probably based on the first season. Medicine. The first season of Oh, you talking about the first season of Spice and Wolf, or you mean the first season of Rise of the Shield Hero? Because we got like 3 episodes. I think we got like 3 seasons of Rise of the Shield Hero, right? Or we only have 2. I thought we were 3 seasons in. I'm assuming you're talking about the first season of Rise of the Shield Hero. Medicine. So medicine is a possibility. Um, I could play into the spice thing that Lawrence was called out for, and just do like a trading of spices. Or maybe they're trying to trade spices for medicine, back and forth. So like Nafumi having the medicine, and then like him having spices, and then trying to come up with like an agreement on the prices of both things. But I wouldn't want it to be a hostile interaction. I kind of would want it to be a mutual one if it could be. So it would have to be something that exists in both worlds that could be transacted mutually. I guess that would I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Not saying that medicine doesn't exist in both worlds. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that medicine doesn't really get brought up in spice world. It should, you would think so, but it doesn't. Lawrence trades spices, not for me trades trades medicine. Okay. Hollow and Reptile are just talking in the background as they're both animal adjacent. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's pretty simple. I see where you're going. Okay, that's like I said, that's a pretty what's the word? Novel idea. Okay, so as boring as drawing bangs were, I am about finished with the bangs. I'm just trying to add the details and stuff to the fringes here. I'll make a note. I'll try to make a note of that and keep that in the back pocket for something. I guess with them being both animals, they could be talking about the coats of their furs or something like that. Seeing how Holo is very proud of her fur. You know, maybe they're showing off grooming techniques or something of the sort. Maybe. Oh yeah, again. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can't really say too much about the show because I know you haven't seen it yet. So I'll keep those. I'll keep the talking of the show brief as far as Spice and Wolf goes. These are the butterflies that's gonna be in the background, so that's why I'm taking a little bit of time to kind of flush these out just a little bit. It's not gonna be super important in the final picture, but just having them there will probably help with the visual presentation. So that's the line work finished. I feel like her face is a little too off now because I feel like this is a little too long. You got like the chin going. What do you call it? She got the crimson chin. She had the crimson chin going for like a hot second. Gotta fix that. There we go. That looks a little bit better. I know it doesn't look like I changed much, but I did. You'd be surprised what a couple of lines in the right spots will do. That is the line work done, guys. Well, no, not that. I forgot. I still got the pleats on her shirt, collar on her shirt. So we'll put that on here too. So in case I fuck that up, I don't fuck up the entire picture as well. Okay. I do have some notes too as far as like picture, like video, like artwork ideas and stuff too. So it's just gonna come down to actually like bringing them to fruition and actually So the thing about her shirt is that because of these folds, the fabric kind of bunches up and kind of folds around here. So I gotta kind of keep that in mind as I'm putting these lines in here. And they're not even like really like all the way detailed all the way through. It's just kind of like suggested that they're here. So there you go. Something like that. There you go. So that will do it for the line work. I do have to do some stuff for the hair. I think I realized too. So just some. You have some strands that come back here. So. Excuse me. Okay, that works. There you go. And I'm just kind of going through now and just like doing some touch ups in certain areas that I realized like, hey, this is maybe out of place here or there. So, there's some detailing here that I do here on the staff. So, so more or less that's the shape here. Okay. Now obviously there's some wrappings and stuff here that I work on, that I work out as well. Luckily for me, the wrappings go all the way down the staff here, so this whole bottom section is gonna be like one color for the most part. All right. Okay. Mm. All right, let's go back and just fix some of these lines. All right. All right, let's try this again. Start here first. All right, cool. invert. We're gonna invert this and fill it in with our base color. Wait, hold on. Let me go back. I forgot to do. Nope. Go back again. Yeah, I forgot to do this. There we go. Invert. Let's try this again. And hold on. Back up. All right. Invert. All right. There we go. All right, and that's the baseline work ready to go. And we're going to use this to kind of as our way to like keep all of the colors we do inside the lines and stuff. So why we're doing this. And go ahead and save this so I don't forget. It's good to save your work along the way. Okay. I'm trying to think if I'm gonna pull the trigger on doing color right now, or if I'm gonna just wait, make the coloring a whole different thing. Let's get some colors. Doing some color swatching right now, so that's gonna be that. Looking for me, her character costume design is actually pretty basic too, so this shouldn't be so hard to do as far as her color palette. Cause like her eyes and her hair are pretty much like the same color palette, so we'll see how that skin looks. I remember when we did you guys remember when we did Stark and how we had to kind of go back and like fix up in colors because it didn't work out well. So we might end up with the same thing here. So Yep. This would have been really annoying to do, you know, with all of the lines going through the shirt. So I figured I'd just do it by hand. So that's why I'm doing it by hand. Normally I would select all of this and then just drop the color in, but yeah. Like I said, this shit would have been a fucking pain in the ass to do, like with the like a dropper, eyedropper kind of like situation. So sometimes you have to kind of go in with by hand and just do stuff yourself by hand. So. Also gives me a chance to kind of intentionally, you know, tighten up certain areas here, get in these cracks and crevices really well. Because the thing about it is, eventually I'm gonna have to, you know, I gotta go back and, you know, obviously color in more of this. So the tighter I make the tighter I make things right now, the easier it'll be for me to do the other stuff later on. So, like like, you know, her clothes color and things of that nature, which are gonna be easy because they're black. So and remember, you never go all black with the colors for like cloaks and things like that. You kind of go like a brown, like like a dark gray tone anyway. So. The reason I'm doing this cream color for the for this part of her outfit is because like I said, it just helps okay, so let's see. Okay, I guess we got to the end of that as well. Finally, go ahead and find another audio. All right. There we go. That worked. So with the hair, I'm going to give it like a nice little base, and then we'll go in with the details and stuff later on. So. Oh shit, that was a mistake right here. See that? There was a gap open. Right here. There we go. Really? Okay. Don't you just hate when like you're trying to be professional and then like shit just fucks up? Okay, there's something going on here. Oh, and I see it too. How did I not see that? Make sure all the gaps are closed. Okay. Let's try it again. Huh. 1, 2. All right. How you guys feeling out there? We got 2 people watching, so thanks for helping out the algorithm and all that good stuff. Thank you. Yep. Now, welcome to the terrible world of bangs and coloring bangs. Like I mentioned before, you run into that risk. All right. All right, we're coming along. We're getting there. Ah, boy. Keep my shoes off. You know what we'll do? We'll drop the base color in. All right, and then we'll come back another time and then finish the rest of it. So, with all of the special, effects and things of that nature, all the shading. That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be an issue. Come on. I need to really think about doing shortcuts and stuff too for these buttons. So the shadow is gonna make this thing look a whole lot better when I get around to it. Yeah, that's paint bucket tool is definitely a lifesaver. Saves you so much time, which you would have had to normally do by hand. Um, I know, I know. As a creator, you're supposed to be kind of supposed to be engaging and trying to keep everybody engaged with what you're doing. So sorry if I'm failing at that right now, but you know, trying to also keep tabs on focusing and things of that nature. So excuse me if I seem like I drift away from you know you get quiet and stuff like that. So. And I just realized something also that's now pissing me off. All the fringes and stuff and the bangs and the hair stuff is all off now. I didn't do it in the curve. So I gotta take this whole section here and see if I can move it without fucking up the artwork. Which I am going to end up doing. Because I gotta do it like that. which is not gonna make me have to go back and fix this whole thing. I'll. Everything I was trying not to have to do. So everything I was trying not to have to do, I gotta fucking do anyway. I fucked up. Anyway. Everything I was avoiding having to do, I gotta do anyway. Ain't that something? Oh well, shit happens. Fuck it. This is the price of perfection, people. This is the price of perfection. You fuck up and you have to go back and fix it. You know what? We're gonna stop it here for right now, and then we'll come back to it later. It's been almost 2.5 hours. I covered a lot of ground. As far as the color goes, we are like halfway there. I have to go back and fix his hair, or else it's gonna fucking kill me. Thank you guys for hanging out. And yeah, let me just have a note to end on, so to speak. Yeah, we're going to reconvene and tackle this another day. Okay. Try to save that. You guys take care and enjoy the rest of your night. Until next time, thanks for watching.